Welcome to exercise 10-3. In this exercise, we're going to be looking at interior elevation, very much like how we looked at exterior elevation. We're going to be using the same tools and we're going to be placing the elevation tags, but this time for interior elevations. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I want you to do is go ahead and go to your project browser and you're going to switch to your first floor plan. Once you're in your first floor plan, I want you to go ahead and place an elevation tag in your living room. How you're going to do that is you're going to go under View. Under the Create panel, you're going to select Elevation. Instead of selecting Building Elevation, you're going to select on the down arrow here and you're going to select Interior Elevation. And once you're inside of a building, you will realize that you can point the interior elevation in any direction. And as you get closer and closer to those particular walls, the interior elevation will gravitate towards the nearest wall. So we're going to go ahead and place an elevation tag here. Notice this is what the view is going to be called, Interior Elevation 1A. You have this ability to go ahead and drag where your view cut's going to be and how far you're going to be able to see in both direction and how far in depth can you see interior elevation. Now let's go ahead and open up your interior elevation. You can go to your project browser and open up your interior elevation there. And that should be located under Elevation and Interior Elevation. Or you can simply select the arrow that is associated with this circle. And again, if you were to select the circle, you have the option of applying more interior views. For this point, we're going to go ahead and open up my interior elevation by double clicking here. It is an interior section and you can expand the crop view or you can contract it to limit what you see. So in this particular interior elevation section, we're going to go ahead and bring this down to where we can just see the interior walls like so. Next, we're going to go ahead and hide our level. You can simply select the level and right click and hide in view, category, or element. Since there's only one of this element, we're going to go ahead and hide this particular element. But if you had multiple levels, you can hide the particular category. Again, that is also accessible through VV, and you can also go under Show Hidden Object by selecting here, Reveal Hidden Elements, and you should be able to see what has been hidden in the view. By selecting that same icon again, you can close Reveal Hidden Elements, and therefore you'll go back to what you're able to see. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and annotate this. We're going to just use the DI command and use it to get our width. Much like how we were annotating our previous drawings, we're going to annotate the interior elevations the same way. Next, we're going to go ahead and go under the Manage tab, and we're going to go under our settings. And under our settings menu, we're going to go ahead and select additional settings. Upon selecting our additional settings, we're going to select elevation tags. This is one way you can customize how your temporary dimensions will read. Much like how you can customize your hotkeys, this is one way to customize how you want your line weights and your tags to read. We're going to go ahead and select elevation tags for this particular one. We're going to go ahead and select our type. We're going to go under a 1/2-inch circle, and under our elevation mark, we're going to go ahead and switch that to elevation mark body circle filled arrow. We're going to go ahead and press OK. Now once you have that done, we're going to go under our first floor plan, and as you can see, we have this as our display and our arrow is filled, and this is a circle. And we can do the same thing for our exterior elevation tags. And lastly, what I want to mention is if you duplicate your elevation view or your interior elevation view, this is much like how you're replicating your floor plan. By doing that, you can have a separate notes plan and a separate dimension plan. So going back to this view, in this particular view, we were able to not only dimension the mantle, but we're also able to go under the Annotate tab, select under the text panel, we can select the text, and let's just say we'll call this particular mantle out as a custom. Oh, we have to change our font. 1/4-inch Arial, and we're going to go ahead and type custom wood mantle. Change the scale to change the size of the font. So we're going to go ahead and go to 1/2-inch scale so we can fit this font. And then we can just simply slide this over. To add the arrows, under the Modify Text Notes, leaders. You can add a leader this way. And let's go ahead and point that here. Add a small kink. And there you have it. So you have your detail being annotated. You have the dimensions being annotated. And simply by placing this on a sheet file, you already have this interior elevation drawn. That concludes exercise 10-3.
Follow for more content.